over there tonight, and it was the same thing. I was like, why does this keep happening? And one of the comedians said, IBS stands for irritable bowel syndrome. I thought, that's it. So I looked it up, and yes, nervousness triggers IBS. So don't sit next to me before I perform.
Can we get a little fart real quick?
It didn't touch.
Don't tease us now.
This is called, What's Your Secret? Sometimes I feel like an open book that no one wants to read. Loneliness comes on in waves, at times it hits with hurricane winds, but I always weather the storm. Like a lighthouse standing alone, my light is shining, though in a dark place. And sometimes I wonder if the right ship will actually come along. There have been many close calls, all of them false alarms. I allowed them close to shore when I was hopeful, but not really sure. And in the end, the red flag signaled danger, and I sounded the horn. Don't come this way. This path is sure harm. Your ship cannot possibly anchor here. There's no level meeting place for the paths we are on. We'll always be after different things, and compromise would be like the twisting of arms, and I've dislocated my shoulder before, so I know the pain of a shoulder out of joint. Some flames died because the flames were ignited, excited, but the two fires couldn't join at the hottest points. So instead of adding to each other, one was always swallowed up, and I don't want to disappoint. Look, I will not give up on my dreams, and of course family is of utmost importance, but in my family, I'm praying we always work towards one purpose. I dream I'll find a wife and not a girl. I dream of someone by my side to fight for a better world. I dream of kids who were made into sex slaves being freed from dungeons and prisons, men and women broken out of demonic world systems. I dream of solving world hunger. I dream of exposing wickedness in high places and casting it down asunder. I dream of a world where liars and manipulators are challenged and corrected by fearless truth tellers. My dreams are out of this world, so vast I can barely tell them. My dream is a prophetic dream, not the evil meditations of fortune tellers, not the teachings of new age sellouts up for a payday selling pseudo-spiritual bestsellers. I dream of a world where truth and love, righteousness, joy, and peace are achieved, like heaven on earth, starting here with the kingdom of heaven in me. That's why I'm here. Why I get on stages to do open mics and face my fears. Why I decided to leave my father and my mother's house, my people, with no idea where I was headed. I just knew it was time I focused on myself instead of people out for their best interest. People looking for support but never supportive. And I understand they couldn't see the dream, though they were sleeping on me. Around them, I couldn't bring it to reality, so I had to leave. I had to take back my time, and now here I am, living in shelters, practically on the streets, but I'm trying to invest in me. I'm not an angry person most of the time. Like, I do get angry, but at the right things. The thing is, I went through hell to get here, so sometimes my face looks mean. I have trouble allowing myself to express emotions, to be free, unapologetically me. I'm only in my 20s, but I swear I feel like I've lived many lives, if you know what I mean. I saw my counselor the other day. She told me I need to smile more and relax my face. I laughed out loud, but I had nothing to say. I know she's right. I wasn't going to argue. I guess I just didn't know if I wanted to be approachable. Sometimes when you're alone for so long, it's just more comfortable. And then around this time, my spiritual father said something on a live. He said, those who love being feared, fear being loved. There was a moment of clarity and it cut deep. Then a few days later, someone asked me, why do you look so glum? I said, I'm not glum, I'm happy, but later I realized my answer was kind of dumb. It's like that old nursery rhyme goes, if you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, clap your hands, stomp your feet. See, I was feeling happy that day, but I looked like defeat. Not too long after this question at a gas station, I ran into this person, and she told me that most of her life she struggled with depression. And I was shocked. And now it was my turn to ask her a question. I asked her, what's your secret? You smile like there's a symphony in your head, you're walking on cloud nine and you've never been lonely. You smile like there's hope and the world isn't broken. You smile like you've never lost someone or something you love. Your smile doesn't make sense to me because it seems like you've never suffered, been lied to, cheated, betrayed, or taken advantage of, except I know you have. I feel like I've known you forever, except I know I haven't. Your smile reminds me of the first sunny day after a Minnesota winter, a double rainbow after a thunderstorm, and coming home after a long trip. Your smile is like a miracle among a gathering of faithless believers, a lighthouse to the Titanic, a well in the middle of the desert, fresh bread, a diamond in the rough, gold on dark skin, and medicine for a broken heart. When I'm around you, I am simultaneously nervous and excited. You wreck my insides, but in a good kind of way. There's a shift that happens inside me when I see your face. I wish there was a word to describe it. It's like tectonic plates in motion. When I see your lovely smile, I become overwhelmed with some kind of emotion. I can't put my finger on it. It's like a volcano eruption. There's just something about you. There's just something about your smile. Your smile is infectious to most, though I've seen people reject it. I don't. It's obvious I'm smitten. It shows. I don't care regardless. The whole world can know. And she told me, I've had such lows, bars set so low, baseline so critical, that every day I remember where I was at. I can't help but smile and be glad. When I was walking away, I was genuinely puzzled. I couldn't imagine depression being a part of her struggle. She's like, if you took a daisy, sugar, and sunshine and made it into a person. But then I had a revelation. See, if your world is upside down, so down is the sky and up is the ground, from that angle, the movement of the sun looks like a smile and not a frown. And isn't it funny when you think of it? The sun comes out of darkness, breaks forth from where the horizon is. So maybe the phrase better horizons is just referring to the ability to smile when your world is flipped on an x-axis. The ability to turn on your light in the darkness. And maybe this whole time she was a lighthouse and I was a ship. I wonder if I will dock and drop anchor, if she'll let me come ashore. I don't know, I'm not sure, I do hope so, but with all the rejection I've faced, what's a little more? All this time I've been alone, what's a little more time on my own? Whether this turns into a relationship, I've still got the Lord. But what I do know is I'm going to work on smiling more. I'll work on appreciating the highs instead of dwelling on the lows, creating better horizons by smiling, remembering there's so much to be grateful for. Even though dark days come, I've been here before. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I'll work on making sure that if I'm happy, it will show, like that old nursery rhyme goes. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it,